Clouds are streaming through KELOLAND west east, but nothing is coming out of those clouds. It's going to be a fairly quiet evening. Overnight tonight, will those clouds continue to push on through? Low temp in Sioux Falls, 44, 43 Aberdeen, 45 in Pierre and in Rapid City. Tomorrow will be a nicer day than Sunday. Tomorrow we'll have a partly cloudy sky, 72 Sioux Falls, 71 Aberdeen, 75 in Pierre, Rapid City, a windy 76. Everybody's going to be windy and much cooler on Sunday. We'll talk more about that in just a couple of minutes. KELOLAND News starts now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News, first at 4.
A shooting in western Sioux Falls has left 2 people dead. What we're learning from police and court documents coming up.
Plus, cleanup continues in the wake of Hurricane Milton, and the death toll continues to rise. The latest from Florida.
And later this hour, overdose deaths are down for the first time in 5 years in Minnesota. A closer look at the numbers. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Dan Centella.
And I'm Lauren Solik. A Sioux Falls woman who was shot outside a gas station is in jail tonight.
Prosecutors say Dorinda Martinez tried to shoot a man who shot her son and husband after they attacked him with bats. It allegedly happened last night across the street from Roosevelt High School. Court documents say Martinez's husband and son were upset about an assault earlier in the evening and ended up confronting the wrong group of people. Martinez appeared in court this afternoon. Her attorney told the judge she was acting in self-defense. We're going to take a closer look at the investigation in a half hour. We'll have a full report for you at 6.
The Cottington County Commission is looking to fund a new jail. The current facility was built in 1974 and was meant to house 38 inmates. A new building would solve the current overcrowding, with an average 65 inmates being housed at once. Rooms are over their maximum capacity, and at times, inmates are sleeping on a mattress on the floor. The bond asks for less than a cup of coffee per month from taxpayers. According to the Cottington County Commission, voting for the bond will take place during the general election.
Sioux Falls free recycling drop-off bin will be closing at the end of the year. Millennium Recycling says that problems with garbage contamination have made it difficult to keep up with the service. Although the drop-off site was created to encourage recycling, the cost to remove the trash was the driving factor for closing the public bin.
Hey, it's actually kind of feeling like autumn today.
I know. We were really warm for a while, but there are hints of the season we're actually in.
Yeah. Is that going to continue, Jay?
Oh, yeah. We're going to get more than a hint here, especially by Sunday when we get lots of wind. We'll have much cooler temperatures, and I suspect we're going to have a lot of leaves in the air. Right now, it's kind of quiet out there. Typical autumn-type day. We're at 78 degrees in downtown Sioux Falls. That's a little warmer than normal for this time of year. But we do have a north breeze at 17 miles an hour, starting to usher in some cooler air. Up to the north, Aberdeen sits right now at 67. You can see blue sky there, north wind at 10. For Pierre, we've had a few clouds passing through, 64 with a northeast breeze. And in Rapid City, 67 degrees right now, winds out of the south at 11 miles an hour with those 67 degrees. Here's a look at the temperatures around the region. So everybody's at or a little above average for this time of year. A little bit of a northeast breeze here in eastern KELOLAND, kind of the southeast out to the west. And tomorrow we're going to have another fairly light wind. For tonight, low 44 in Sioux Falls, 43 Aberdeen, 45 in Pierre and in Rapid City. And then tomorrow, your Saturday will be partly cloudy, 72 in Sioux Falls, 71 in Aberdeen, 75 in Pierce, 76 in Rapid City. So again, a little bit above average, but very strong winds on Sunday out of the north. Going to knock down a lot of trees, going to cool us down. Our highs on Sunday, only the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. And that's going to be followed by a really chilly start to next week. More on that in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Jay. Hurricane Milton is now blamed for at least 16 deaths in Florida. The second major storm in just 2 weeks. This one left behind more ruined homes and lives in disarray, and an estimated $50 billion in damage. Tom Hansen has the latest from Pasco County.
An epic cleanup is underway in Florida along Hurricane Milton's path of destruction. Streets are swamped, sidewalks buckled, and hundreds of homes damaged or destroyed.
I'm going to rebuild. There's no doubt about that. It's the only place I got.
With the 1-2 punch of Hurricane Helene and now Milton, Penny Schallberg's Cortez condo is in pieces.
It's devastating. It's your life. It's that you've worked for and worked hard for, and it's gone.
Speaking outside a crane collapse in St. Petersburg, Governor Ron DeSantis said parts of the state suffered record rainfall and deadly tornadoes.
I went to St. Lucie County yesterday. They just had a massive tornado come through a community and it left 5 people dead.
Crews have rescued more than 1,600 people and 140 animals from floodwaters and rubble.
Got it.
Sites like this reveal the storm's fury. Tropicana Field, the home of the Tampa Bay Rays, is now open to the elements, its fiberglass roof in shreds. President Biden promised to help those in need.
We're going to do everything we can to help you pick back up the pieces and get back to where you were.
The president says he'll travel to Florida on Sunday to visit the hardest hit areas. Tom Hansen, CBS News, Pasco County, Florida.
Crews are working quickly to restore electricity, but as of Friday afternoon, about 2 million homes were still without power.
Following the second hurricane in less than a month, South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley is reminding people to be vigilant about money donation scams for relief efforts, encouraging people to only donate to reputable organizations. One of the reminders that organizations, including government agencies, do not ask for money by telephone or on the internet. So verify who's calling you and then call the agency directly to make sure they're reputable. If you believe you've been scammed, contact the Attorney General's office.
Living in the Midwest means most drivers come across a gravel road pretty regularly. But when weather conditions are poor and the roads aren't maintained, driving can become dangerous. Residents along Buchanan Avenue in Sioux City have raised concerns over the condition of the gravel roads. Due to the dry weather, most of the unpaved roads have washboards, and most drivers traveling on the roads choose to avoid them, creating an unsafe roadway.
You go a half a mile north, there's a corner, and that's constantly washboards. And you're going around a corner, you can't control your vehicle. So it's either go in the other lane, which is not good, or do 2 miles an hour for, a quarter mile to get off this road.
Woodbury County engineers say operators will now be maintaining those roads twice a week.
It's week 7 of the high school football season, so the playoffs aren't too far off. Our friend Anya Joseph joins us now to preview KELOLAND Sports Zone. Welcome, Anya. So what's on the schedule for today?
Well, Dan, we have a full show. We have 13 games slated for today. Let's start by taking a dive into the game of the week. The KELOLAND Sports Game of the Week returns tonight with an 11A matchup. Second-ranked Lennox will make the trip to Madison to play the Bulldogs at Brian Kern Family Stadium, DSU's new football facility. Pre-game begins at 7 p.m., and you can watch that on Kelo Extra and KELOLAND.com. Ian Sachs and Jordan DeSmit will provide play-by-play.
And neat, they'll have a chance to play at a college football field. So, Anya, what else can we expect from the other dozen games?
Well, the KELOLAND sports team will be out covering 12 high school football games, 10 in South Dakota and 2 in Iowa. That includes these 4 ranked matchups. You can see highlights and results from all the games on the KELOLAND Sports Zone, which airs tonight at 10:15 p.m.
Sounds good. Thank you, Anya.
You're welcome.